Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be an extra fun video where we're going to be talking about my favorite fall mainstream polishes. So I did one of these a while ago. So this is your updated version and I have so many good things to share. I noticed that the majority of these are cream polishes. I do have some metallics and shimmers, but mostly we have cream shades here. In fall, I just want to wear a cozy cream, and almost everything is warm toned, and we're going to be going through these polishes in rainbow order. So basically I'm going to show you like all of the red toned polishes, including all of the brands that I picked at the same time. So you're going to see me swatch all the reds at the same time basically. Then I'm going to go to orange, yellow, and so you can move through the video in that order. If you don't feel like watching the whole thing, you can skip right through to where I'm talking about the color group that you're interested in. So I'm really excited to get into these polishes. Most of them are just one coaters. So you're gonna see me just do one coat of everything. Occasionally what you'll be looking at is the second coat of something, but that was actually pretty rare for most of these polishes. So I'm really excited to get into it, and I hope you find some things that you want to pop on your nails this fall season. I just love the fall so much. It's so cozy, so I'm really excited about these colors. All right, we're gonna go into the reds. So you're gonna see me just kind of like pop down into the corner of the screen so that you can mostly just look at these colors. So the first polish that I wanna share with you is Zoya Sheri. So when it came to picking reds, this is the brightest thing that I've picked, and it's a jelly polish, and the rest of the reds that I am interested in wearing usually in fall are going to be more dusted out colors or very deep reds. So this Sheri, it's not quite as oxblood as like the red that was in the recent Orly Breathable collection, but it is on the warm side and it's kind of medium range there. So this is Sheri from Zoya. Really beautiful, kind of like a brighter red without being too bright, like nothing like this color that I'm wearing. Next we have another color from Zoya. This is called Beverly. I love this one because it is like the perfect hybrid between red and plum. So it meets you right hidden in here at the middle in like a rosy mauve shade. And it is so creamy. Zoya's creams are so delicious and go on so nicely. In fact, everything that I'm sharing with you today I really enjoyed. They're not problematic polishes. So this one is just lovely and definitely taking you in a different direction as far as reds are concerned. This may be my favorite one that I'm sharing with you in the reds. And the next three are actually going to be all China Glaze. This is China Glaze Rockin' Royale, and it's just like a muted brick red, a tiny bit of plum in there. It's just so lovely. It's not too dark, but obviously still giving me my moody, cozy fall vibes. So I really love this one, and I was surprised that I didn't pull out anything from Essie, Orly, or OPI or Morgan Taylor for the reds, but these are the ones that were calling to me. So the next one, I'm giving us a really nice deep vampy red here, and this one is called Free Bear Hugs. This one is, oh, it's so sultry and deep, and like you think, is this a brown polish? Is this a red polish? But it definitely has a lot of red in it, and again, it's more of a jelly formula. So that one is just so good. And then the last one up, this one is definitely like a red purple. This is a deep red burgundy, and it has all this copper shimmer going all throughout it. This one's called Kiss and Spell, and it dries matte, and I love matte polish for fall, so we do have a number of mattes in here, and this one is just so yummy. Again, one of my faves that I'm going to be sharing with you today is this Kiss and Spell. So those are my 5 top reds from mainstream for fall. Now let's move into oranges, which I have a lot of. Okay, these first 4 are all OPI, and then we're going to move on. I have a total of 10 oranges to share with you. I'm not a huge orange polish fan, just in general. It's just not a color that I am drawn to, but the time when I want to wear it is fall. So I have plenty of tasty orange polishes. It's so tasty. Okay, so these 3 oranges from OPI are very different, but we have very warm yellow toned oranges, and I'm going to go from lightest to dark. So we have Have Your Panettone and Eat It Too. So this one is definitely the lightest and most yellow toned, and kind of the most similar to a pumpkin color probably. So there's that one. Gorgeous formulation. The next one is called Suzi Needs a Locksmith. This one is so good. Just a really perfect autumn orange. This is probably one of my faves in the oranges that I'm going to show you is this one. And this one's a little bit on the brighter side. So if you don't want to tone everything totally down, this one's a really good one because it does look nice and rich and bright on your nails. And then the third one is My Italian is a Little Rusty. This polish came from the same collection as Have Your Panettone and Eat It Too. And this one's just a lot deeper, more brown, just a totally different look on the nail. So I have 3 great orange creams from OPI, and then I have a metallic for you in this color family, and this is Sweet Carmel Sundae. And this one doesn't have a super large particle of metallic. I do have a different one for you coming up that's going to be like that. This one is just a really smooth, soft, not super intense kind of copper shade. So really enjoy that one, and that's for like a day when you're not wanting your orange to just like yell that you're wearing orange, but you can still be in that color family. Okay, so when you do want your metallic to just scream at everybody that you're wearing an orange metallic polish, Valley of Fire from Orly. This is so good. It's so bright. It is definitely orange, not red, not brown, and it just looks fierce, super fierce. So that's my choice for like very bright copper orange metallic. Then I have for you the only hollow that we're gonna have in this mainstream fall faves, and this is from Color Club. Color Club is great with their hollows, and this one is kind of a pinky copper. This one's called Back to the Grind, and just really beautiful hollow reflex going on in here, but it also has like these gold reflex. So this one is so pretty. It's a really stunning holographic, but it's on like the softer side in the color. So just gorgeous, such a fantastic polish. Next, we're gonna move into Essie. I just actually pulled one Essie for this collection. So if you were looking at the first orange from OPI and you want something even more yellow tone but still orange, this is the one for you. So this one is called Kaf-tan. So it is quite a interesting color, like just straight up clay color, and not one that like I'm really drawn to wear very often, but I definitely hung on to this polish when I originally reviewed it because it was just so different, and I know that it would like hit that sweet spot if I was ever looking to wear this kind of color. So this is the time of year wearing our brownish gourd shades, and perfect formula again from Essie, of course. So next I have one polish from Morgan Taylor. This one is so nice, and it is it's called Afternoon Escape, first of all, and it has a lot of white in it, so it's bright, but then it has that strong like burnt red orange coloration, so it has a lot of tooth to it, and I just really like the color. This is maybe going towards cool for orange, and I have one more that's kind of similar to this if you didn't want all super yellowy oranges. This is a great one. Really love that. And then I have one from Zoya and then one from Color Club for you. So this Zoya is super nice. This is called Jackie, and this makes me think of like persimmons. Granted, they come in a number of different shades of orange or yellow or red, but that's what I immediately think of when I look at this. It has, again, a lot of tooth to the color, and it's just such a rich, beautiful shade, and so really like that one. Again, that one's called Jackie. And then the last orange I have for you, like I said, I have another kind of pink leaning orange, and this is from Color Club, and it's called Favorite Flannel. And yeah, it's basically like a rosy terracotta shade, and it's lovely. So I usually am looking to wear something a little deeper than this color in particular for fall, but if you were looking for something a little lighter and brighter, that one might be a really good option for you. Okay, we're moving into the yellows, and if you've been with me for a while on this channel, you'll know yellow is one of my favorite colors. and I love to collect yellow polish. And when it came to picking some yellow shades for fall, honestly, I only have 3 because a lot of yellow shades are either more pastel-y or they are very bright, like a neon yellow or a primary yellow. But I have 3 great kind of mustardy yellows for you. This first one is on the lighter side. This is Essie. You know, the Espadrille. This one's going to be a little bit less punchy, and just it gives you a different variation on a mustard, like a mustard with more white in it, is, you know, the Espadrille from Essie. Next, I have Sparitual, and this is called Positive Vibe. I have no idea if this polish is really available anywhere, but if you see anything in here that you absolutely love and you can't find it online anymore, you know who to ask. Come message me in the Moonshine Manny fans Facebook group under the Project Dupe It section and ask me to dupe that mainstream color, and we'll see what we can do. So this is just really, really yummy, kind of like perfect, not super like loud mustard shade. So mustard can sometimes be too greeny or too brown for me, that I'm like, oh, that's kind of a cool color, but it's not really on my top picks of what I want to wear if I'm wearing a yellow. So that's why the mustards that are more like that didn't get included in this video. The third one, this one is probably the best in my opinion. This is Zoya Honey, and it is just a nice yellowy mustard and just a gorgeous color. So if you want the bright, this is the brightest one out of all of them, and just really, really pretty, and also makes a great complement to like another color that you're wearing. So let's say you don't want to wear all yellow nails, use it as the accent color in your fall mani, and it's just so, so yummy. So that's all for yellow. So I have almost as many greens as I have oranges, but greens I love to wear all year round, but I do have quite the gambit of colors here. So we have more browny greens, darker greens, slightly tealy greens, so lots of great options for you. We're gonna start with Zoya, and this one's called Shawn, and this is just a really yummy grassy green if you combine a grass green with a moss green. I don't feel like this one's going full on moss, so I threw it in there if you wanted something a little bit brighter. This is probably the brightest out of all of them that I've chosen for today, so if you don't want to go like full grunge green mode, this one might be a really good option for you. So that's Zoya Shawn. Next, speaking of grunge green, I have 2 awesome ones from Orly. So the first one is from the regular Orly line, and this one's called Wild Willow. It's just a really beautiful olivey green, and it's just delicious. It swatches so nicely. And then right next to it, I included the olive green from the recent Orly Breathable collection that I just had on my channel, and this one is darker. It's a blackened green in the same kind of formula, because it does have like a little bit of white in there to give the polish a little bit more tooth. Like you can just see that it's not a jelly polish, but this is darker. So what's this called? Wild Willow, which is not quite deep enough for you, go for Look at the Thyme from the 2023 Breathable collection for fall. Now we have another Orly, and this one is our lighter teal color. So I did want to include some teals, even though they are adding in some blue, so not as warm, but I do love a teal for fall. It's got to be dusty though, and it's got to be cozy. So we've got Let the Good Times Roll, again, like I said, from Orly, and it's just soft. It's not too in your face. It's not too deep. I do have some really deep blues coming up. If you're like, where are the super deep colors? I do have some coming for you, so don't worry. But yeah, I really like Let the Good Times Roll. And then I picked another teal to share with you. This is from Essie. This is an oldie but a goodie called Off Tropic. This polish is so pigmented, and it's just basically like a pretty deep teal, but you can still tell that it's teal on the nails. Sometimes when I'm pulling out my older Essies, I'm like, oh yeah, this has the old brush, so it's not as nice to paint with. It's just, I can't get as good of an appearance on my nail, in my opinion. since they changed their brush, it's been like my favorite thing that Essie's done in a while. So anyway, there's Off Tropic. I have another Essie for you. This one is going more towards the grungy green. These two Orlys that were grungy before, this fits like right in the middle of them. So this one is Essie Meet Me at Midnight, and it's just really yummy brown green. Not too bright, not too dark, just right. You know what I'm saying? So really, really beautiful. Love that one. And the very last one I chose is one of my favorite greens. And when I'm going in on this polish, I'm like, oh yeah, this one is so weird. But then after I have it on as a full manicure, I just fall in love with it. So this is called I Do Crew. This is from Color Club. I'm trying to think, like, I Do Crew, that makes me think that it was coming from a like wedding inspired collection, but it's such a strange color. Like, I don't feel like anybody would wear this color on their wedding, but yeah, I just Googled it because I was too curious. It was from 2021 Save the Date collection. So I love it. And it's a little bit of a looser formula, so you'll probably want 2 coats on this one, but it just gives that nice kind of bouncy feel on the nail. So love it. You might hate it, but I love it. Okay, we're gonna get into the blues. These are so gorgeous. I'm really excited to share them with you, but blue is another color that I wear year round, so I am much more like zeroed in on the deep navy blues, and I'm pretty much good with that. We'll see a little bit of variation because I'm gonna also show you like some sable blues, like a little bit softer grayed out blues. Anyway, this first one is in the navy category. This is from Morgan Taylor, Laying Low. You guys know I love Morgan Taylor. I don't hold on to all of their polishes like I do when I'm reviewing OPI China Glaze, so that I can compare things for you. But the ones that I really, really love, I do hang on to. So this is just a gorgeous, deep, rich, fantastically, like, it's not so deep that you can't tell it's blue. Very, very pigmented, really easy in one coat. So again, that one's called Laying Low. 2 Essies right here, and then we're gonna return to Zoya. So I have 2 Essie navies. This first one is more of like a royal blue, but very, very deep, and this is called Step Out of Line. These are pigmented. You want to be real careful with your application, but this one thankfully is a newer one, so it has a really nice brush. So love that. Yes, it is similar to the Morgan Taylor one, but hey, I included them both because I love them both. Okay, so this next one from Essie is a classic. This is After School Boy Blazer. This is just so deep and rich. Like, you can't get really better than this if you're looking for a very deep inky blue that almost looks black but not quite. It's so, so good. The only thing I don't like about this bottle is it has the old brush, so I have to do like a whole bunch of swipes on my nail to get it down. But I was actually a little bit shocked at the formulation of this polish, like how the formula hadn't slipped at all since the year since I bought this. It's still really, really nice, and I love it. So if you don't have that one is a perfect staple for your collection. We're gonna go more in towards the tealy kind of blue, but definitely blue, not teal green. This one is Zoya Elliot, and it's just so scrumptious. I love this color. When I look at it, I think that might stain my nails, but it doesn't. It's just a perfect little angel. So love, love, love this color. If you wanted something a little warmer from a blue, that's a really great one. I definitely recommend. Next, I'm going to share with you 2 of the gray blues, and these ones are kind of like indigo, gray indigos, but I put them in this section rather than in the purple section. So the first one is Brett from Zoya. This is, well, the other one might be a little bit lighter than this, but I don't want to maybe go too much lighter with a blue in fall, but this kind of color is just so cozy. Like I said, I was mentioning like sable. It makes me think of suede, just cozy, getting in a blankie. That's the vibe of this polish, and it's such a beautiful color, like a grayed out indigo. Are you kidding me? So fantastic. But I would wear this, well, I would wear all of these all year round, really, except maybe the greens and the oranges, like, are very, very fall in particular. But these blues, especially these 2 grayed out ones, I'd wear all year round. So the next grayed out blue is Color Club Take a Hike. Such a good blue, a little bit lighter than the one that we just looked at from Zoya, and maybe a little bit less indigo. Yeah, it's definitely a little bit less indigo. Brett could almost be a purple. In fact, on Zoya's website, it might be described as a purple. So anyway, Color Club, take a hike. If you like that same vein as Brett, but you wanted something a little lighter, a little less indigo, take a hike is where it's at. So I have 5 purples to share with you. Now, as you know, purple is my very favorite color. Well, maybe you don't know that, but if you don't know that, if you don't know. So really, I love every shade of purple and will wear it at any time. But here are some purples that scream fall to me, and actually this is where most of the shimmer is gonna lie in this capsule collection of my favorite fall colors from mainstream brands. So this first one, maybe my favorite polish, like one of my favorite purples of all time, is this one I'm gonna talk about right now. This is Essie Starstruck Accord. Now of course we're not including indie polish, so that doesn't count. I have a lot of favorite indies that I could share with you in the purple ranges, but from a mainstream brand, this polish is so beautiful. It has this gorgeous bronzy gold, almost to a little bit green on the edge, shimmer going all throughout. It is very, very opaque, so it's so easy to go on. It does dry a little bit matte, but I don't mind. I'll wear it matte, I'll wear it satin, I'll wear it glossy. Just put this on my nails and I will be very, very happy. Starstruck Accord from Essie. Did I not say that yet? Made you wait a long time for that one. Just stunning. And I feel like, was that a limited edition polish? That might have been. That might be one you want to add to the Project Dupe It post in the Facebook group. It's so gorgeous. And from a mainstream brand, awesome shimmer. Speaking of an awesome shimmer from a mainstream brand, another Essie polish, but this time we have the Twisty polish, which I know that you guys like love to hate this bottle. I actually think it's pretty cool. It's not, maybe not great in your Helmer drawers for storage, but I think that it's fun, and you guys know that I like weird, or like not weird bottles, but I like different bottles so that everything's not exactly the same. Makes it really easy to find stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, there's an Essie Gel Couture. So this is, if you haven't guessed already, this is Twill Seeker from Essie. This is, I mean, when this came out, I was just like, oh, mainstream polish is changing. It's all about to be almost as cool as indie polish. Not the case, but this one, if you don't have it, is such a classic and so, so good. So it has a very small, fine particle of blue to green. It's not like super on the bluey side, but it just goes like a little bit blue leaning on the green. Strong shimmer going through a dusty plum base. It's just everything. I love it so much. I don't love it as much as Starstruck Accord, but I love it very, very much. Okay. This next one is another shimmer purple, and I also really love this polish. This is from Color Club. I had to revitalize my bottle when I got it out for this video because it is a very matte, it's like a stark matte color where it dries up really quickly. So my bottle had kind of dried up a little bit and I was pretty sad about that, but I was able to revitalize it with a few drops of thinner, and, well, it wasn't more than a few drops, but this is called You're My Soul Matte. And Color Club puts their matte polishes in this matte frosty glass bottle. And so this is a purple. Again, it's similar to Starstruck Accord, but they look different on the nail, I promise. It has a bronzy shimmer and it's just so beautiful. If you don't like matte polish, you might not like this, but you can always just put a top coat on it. But I just think it looks so great matte, and I love matte for fall. We have this Dusty Plum. So basically, it's very similar to Essie Twill Seeker, but without the shimmer. Because, I mean, I love that color, so makes sense. So, last up in the purples, we have Zoya Layton. This is just an ultra deep vampy violet. And I feel like you gotta have one of those for fall. And I actually don't have an ultra deep indigo in this collection because that feels more like holiday feeling to me rather than fall. I'm feeling more violet tones of purple because it's a little bit warmer. So this one is really, really beautiful. You'll notice also I really didn't have anything light in here. In the fall, I want to wear my darker shades. I want to be a little vampier. I want to be a little more chic maybe with my color choices, and that's how I'm feeling. So But I hope that you found at least something in here that you like. Okay, so we're getting to the neutrals. We're at the last bit of the whole video. So I have 6 neutrals for you. And you're gonna quickly notice that I put no browns in here. Actually, that's not true. The last polish is technically a brown shade. But I spent about an hour and a half looking through all of my mainstream polishes today. And I'm like, I'm not called to wear brown. I'm never like, the brown polishes don't go, wear me. I don't know. It's not really something that I'm interested in. So I'm sorry if you were looking for some great brown recommendations. This is called my favorite fall mainstream polishes. So there you go. Okay, we're gonna start with 2 Zoya shades. Now this first one is actually slightly green, which is so cool. It's a gray, but it is slightly green. When you put it up next to all the rest of the grays, it's like, wow, that's different. Now let me tell you, I feel like Zoya used to do more different things. In the last 3 or 4 years, a lot of Zoya's polishes look gorgeous, but very similar to things that I have from them before. When I first started collecting Zoya, there were some different things, and this is interesting. It's a very, it's like a medium to deep gray with a pinch of green, and it's so cool. Okay, what is it called? It's called Newt. If you don't have this, N-O-O-T, Newt, not like Newt from the Harry Potter movie. I think his name was Newt. Newt Scamander. It's not named after him. It's N-O-O-T. And it's just beautiful. I love gray. I could have a whole video on my favorite grays. In fact, I probably should. If you think that I should renew my favorite polishes in a specific color range, just like revamp those and give you my new faves now that it's been like 7 years since I filmed the last ones, let me know. So yeah, that's our first one. The next Zoya is a very light purple gray, and I love it. This is called Jana. This has been one of my favorite Zoyas ever since it came out. It has just stood the test of time. I just continue finding myself wanting to put it in favorite videos over and over and over. It is so good. It is the lighter version. It's like if you took this Color Club Follow Me, that was that dusty plum, and then you just made it a lot lighter. That's Jana. But I'm putting it in my neutrals because it looks more gray than purple to me. Next we have another gray, and this is more of a kind of, it's like a concrete gray with a little bit of brown in it. Really, really pretty. This is Take It Outside from Essie. And I do have another Essie for you in this neutral section. This is actually what was on my thumb in the swatching portion of the video, but because it has that little tiny smaller brush, I was having such a hard time getting this to go on nicely. But that's because it was on my dominant hand. If I was painting this on my hand that I actually swatch everything on, as you saw, as you're seeing right now, it's fine. It's just I was having trouble with it on my other hand. So if you were looking at my nail and being like, well, there's my explanation for that. So anyway, I love this color. Such a beautiful fall gray, I think, because it just looks like a little dirty. It's a little dirty. It's been out hiking, you know. I love it. Okay, so this next Essie gray is called Home by 8. And this one is a gray purple. This is like a deep, let's see, it's not quite as deep as Newt, but I'm just gonna put these, if you look at this, see how this one over here is kind of green? And this one over here is kind of purple. So anyway, love it. Love, love, love it. It's called Home by 8. Gorgeous formula. Really, really beautiful. You want to add a pinch of purple to your gray? Yes, I'm there every time. All right, next up we have the last metallic in the collection. So you'll remember in the oranges, I included Sweet Carmel Sundae. And over here in the neutrals, I have metallic composition. So if you liked Sweet Carmel Sundae, but you wanted something with a larger particle metallic shimmer, and it's very, very reflective. This metallic composition is one of my faves, actually, that OPI has released in recent collections because it is so reflective. So it's like a rose gold color, reflective metallic. It just goes on really softly, not like too in your face, but yet you're getting that awesome gleam. It's like, it's gonna blind you, but it's not too in your face, you know? So, okay, the very last polish in this video, this one is fantastic. This one actually, I think maybe was limited edition, because I have seen a few requests for this in the Project Dupe It featured post in the Facebook group. So go sound in there if you want me to make you a similar polish to this. This is Cowboy by from China Glaze, and it is, okay, I said I didn't include any brown polishes. This is actually a dark gray base, so it's not technically brown, but the shimmer is golden brown. So there's this like red gold brown shimmer going through all of it, and then it has scattered hollow, and it's so pretty. And it's from China Glaze with scattered hollow and shimmer. Yes, please. So you're looking at the second coat on my nail here, because the first coat just didn't quite give me the full impact of color that I wanted you to see. But this one is a definite fave for fall. So that is our wrap up. We talked about 42 of the best mainstream fall colors out there, in my opinion. So maybe it'll remind you to pull something out of your collection, or maybe it'll inspire you to go pick up one of these shades. But whatever you do, I hope you love your fall polish this year. Wear it, have it make you so happy. That's why I love polish so much, is because it just makes me so happy when I'm looking down at my work during the day and I'm just looking at a beautiful color. And I love painting my nails. I still love painting my nails even after being on YouTube, painting my nails for, what has it been, 8.5 years? Never mind. I'm coming up on 10 years. On December 31st will be 10 years on YouTube. Holy cow. I thought I was being generous with an 8-year, my 8.5-year guess of how long. Of course, when I very first started my channel, I was doing nail art. My first live application collection review was for the China Glaze Sea Goddess collection, and that was on February 20th of 2014. So that's crazy. That's a lot of years of painting your nails, but I still really love it. It's so pretty. It's so fun. It's so creative. It's so individualistic. It's just, it brings me joy. So I hope that you enjoyed this. Sound in down below with what some of your favorite fall shades are if I didn't mention your faves. Also, let me know if you want me to do a new favorite color series. If you want me to do another one of these for my favorite like Halloween polishes, holiday polishes, let me know. But I hope that you enjoyed hanging out with me today. I hope you're having a cozy, beautifully overcast fall, and I will see you back for another video very soon. Take care until then. Bye.